Assalamu alaikum and a very, very, very good evening. How are you? How are you? Everybody is doing good. And how is fasting? If any is fasting these days anyway. I know everybody is stressed out these days, studying. Hello, hello. Okay. So in few days you're having your words, right? Not a month or so, a few days, right? Yes. Hello. Hi. Hi. Okay. So how are you? Hi. How are you? What's up? Yes, so many hellos. So can somebody guess the today's lesson? I'm good, Fahira. So who can guess the today's lesson? Yeah? I'm good. I hope you're studying these days. No, not conditional clause. No. Okay. So yeah, grammar. However, grammar, yes. So it's reported speech. Okay. So something that I don't know if you like or not, however, you need it for your exams, right? Okay. Oh, Saha. Okay. Right. So, what is this reported speech? Okay. So, this is something that we need for our lives as well, because, we need to tell people what somebody else tell us, right? So, yes, very important lesson. Give me a second. Okay. So, can you guys please tell me if everything is clear? I'm not lagging. Like, how much is the clarity? Can somebody please tell me? How is it? Clear. How's my voice? Lagging? No. Am I lagging? No? Yes, Azhar, can you please tell me? Okay. Clear. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Right. And thank you for being here to all of those who are here. Okay? Right. So we are going to do reported speech, which is something that come here exams, but there are years where you've not got reported speech as well. However, we don't know. Okay, we never know if you would get it or not. However, even if you don't get it as a separate question for your OLs, you will get it, mixed up with all those tenses. There is a test 12, or there is it could be test 12, it could be test 10, anything. Okay. So yes, it could be mixed up with passive, active, passive, or maybe with tenses, or as a separate. So if it's separate, it's going to be easier, right? Okay. Yes. Right. Okay. So, and by the way, if you need to get the tute, you can, text to this number. Okay. So you can get your tutes by texting, like put a text message for this number. Okay. If you want to get the tutes, right? Okay. So, where is it? Right. Yes, I will do. Right. Okay. So, what is reported speech? Yes. like we always report things. Okay, when I say report, don't take it as a very professional word. It's just, telling someone else what somebody else told you. Okay, so if you need to tell somebody else what someone else told you, okay, so for an example, maybe one of your teachers tell you something, maybe she compliments you or tells something wrong about you, whatever, you don't want to keep it to yourself. You feel like go telling your friend. Okay, so you're reporting what your teacher told to one of your friends or whoever it is. Okay, so this is reported speech. Okay, so it's not just things that, like, statements that somebody else tells you and you report it, but it could also be questions. Okay, it could be somebody asks you about something and you really want to tell this thing to somebody else, so you do the same thing, you report the question. Okay, that is reported speech. Okay, so if you have joined my first seminar, like if you had joined, which is of the tenses, okay, so then this is going to be very easy for you, because tenses is very important for you to learn about reported speech. Okay, right. So by now, definitely you would have been prepared for your OLs. So tenses is just the basic, so you have to know. Okay. Yes. Right. Okay. So talking about reported speech, we have just 4 things to know, okay, when talking about reported speech, or when we have to do anything with reported speech. If you need to convert sentences, a statement, a question, anything into reported speech. Okay, right. So the 4 things are, there has to be a reporting verb. Okay, the first thing, there has to be a reporting verb. Okay, so what is a reporting verb? Without this reporting verb, you cannot do reported speech. What is this reporting verb? Said, told, or asked. Okay, said, told, or asked. But remember, just omit this thing. Don't think about this word told, because if you're using this word told, then you have some complications. Okay, so because of that, remember this said and this asked. Okay, so this said is used when you have to convert statements into reported speech. Okay, some direct speech statements. Okay, direct speech statements into reported speech. Okay, this is just for statements. Okay, and then where do you use this word asked? The reporting verb asked is used when you have to. Is it lagging? Somebody has told it's lagging. Okay, give me a second. Can you please give me a second if I'm lagging? Give me a second. All right, someone has said no. No, it's not lagging. Okay, however. Yeah, okay. So we were talking about the reporting verb. Okay, so please let me know if it's lagging. Okay, please let me know. Okay, right. Okay, so like I told you, for statements we use the reporting verb said, and for questions we use the reporting verb asked. Okay, for questions we use the reporting verb asked. Okay, so these are the 2 things that you have to remember. This is very important. Okay, yes. So what is the second thing that you have to remember? The second thing that you have to remember is the that clause. Okay. Let me help you. I'm very, very sorry. What happened? Having a connection issue. I'm very sorry. Okay. So back to what we were talking about. Okay. It's the that clause, right? Okay. The that clause, actually speaking, this is optional. Okay. So this is optional in real life. Okay. However, when you have to, okay, when you have to convert any statement into reported speech, like a direct speech into the indirect speech, okay, in your exams, definitely you have to include this that. Okay. Because that's how it is. Yes. Okay. So definitely do include the word that. Okay. This is very important. Okay. And what's the third one? Third one is you have to change pronouns. Okay. Changing pronouns. Okay. Like I told you, let's say somebody tells you something. Okay. She tells you you are beautiful. Okay. She tells you you're beautiful. And you tell this to somebody else. Okay. You tell this to your friend that she told me that I was beautiful. Okay. She told me that I was beautiful, or she said me that I was beautiful. Okay. So here, you are beautiful is the direct speech. Okay. This is what she told me. You are beautiful. Okay. And then this is turned into, she said that I was beautiful. Okay. So you has been changed into I, which is the change of pronouns in here. Okay. So this is very important. Okay. You know, it's like if it's we, it becomes they. If it's I, it becomes you. Okay. Differs. Okay. Right. So changing the pronouns, this is the third one that you have to know. And then the fourth one, which is the most important one, that is changing tenses. Okay. Changing the tenses. When I say changing tenses, remember, this is back shifting. Okay. Back shifting the tenses by one. When I say back shifting the tenses by one, that means you're taking the tense somewhere into the past by one. Okay. By one unit. Okay, let's say for an example, if it's present simple, you change it to past simple. The simple, that does not change. The aspect of it, which is simple, does not change. However, present becomes past. Okay, but present simple can never become past perfect because that's too much. Okay, it's lagging. Somebody please tell me if it's lagging. No, I don't know. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for telling it's not like it, right? Okay, thank you. Right. So, like I told you, back shifting the tenses by one means by 1 unit, okay? Not too much. So this present simple, it cannot be. Please tell me it's not lagging, somebody, please. There's so many telling it's lagging, so many telling it's not lagging. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Right, okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you. You have to check your connection, guys. Okay, right, okay. So back shifting the tenses by one means you take one tense back, okay, like backwards, right? So merely what I'm trying to tell is you have to change every tense to the past. Every tense to the past. But why? Why do you change to the past? Okay, now just think. Somebody tells you something, like I told, a compliment or something like bad, okay? Anybody, okay? Anybody tells you. Somebody tells you, okay? And then you report their statement or this question to someone else, one of your friends, let's say, okay? So now, when you are reporting this statement, okay, you know that you're reporting something that happened in the past, even a few seconds ago. So that's why you have to shift those senses backwards into the past, okay? No matter how much of a little, little of a gap it is, the time gap, okay? When that person complimented you and you telling that to somebody else. However, this happened in the past. So you have to definitely change them into the past, okay? So these are the 4 things that you have to know. So the first thing, the reporting verb, okay? Okay, the reporting. Yes, I will definitely explain about change in the tenses. Yes, wait. Okay, so the first thing I told you, the reporting verb. The second thing I told you, the that clause. Third thing is changing pronouns. Fourth thing, and the most important thing, is changing tenses, which is back shifting tenses by one. Okay, very important. Very, very important. Okay. Right. Okay. Give me a second. I'll just take one example and, I'll show what are these 4 included in there. Okay. So we have a normal statement as I want to become a teacher. Okay. So this is the direct. Okay. This is the pronoun in here. Okay. And then this is the verb. Okay. Let me use another color. This is the pronoun. This is the verb. And what else? Yes, that's it. Okay. So remember, this has to change. This has to change as well. That's what we call changing tenses. So the verb definitely changes when changing tenses, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this, I want to become a teacher, is, let's say, it's a girl who said it. Okay. So we take the pronoun as she and not I. She. Then the reporting verb. She said, because this is a statement, it has to be said and not asked. She said, and that clause. She said that. Again, I becomes she. She want is in present simple. this has to change into past simple. I will definitely tell you about it. Okay. So she said that she want has to be changed into past simple. Wanted to become a teacher. That does not change. Okay. Okay. She said that she wanted to become a teacher. So that's yes, right. She said, change of pronouns in here. And then we have the said, which is a reporting verb, and then the that clause. And here the change of tenses. Done. Right? Changing of tenses means definitely you're changing the verb. Okay, changing the tense of the verb. Right? Okay, so let me go one by one. However, first thing that I'm going to tell you is about the tense change. Right. Okay, like I told you, backshifting tenses means you're, making all of the tenses into past. Okay. If it's already past, you take it even further backwards. Okay. Right. So remember, no, not remember, you guys know definitely there are 12 tenses, right? So 3 main tenses and the 4 aspects for each of them makes it 12, right? Okay. So we have present, past, and then future, right? Okay. So now remember, all of the presents, they have to become past. How do we do that? So present has 4 aspects like both of the others. Okay. Present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Okay. This has simple, continuous, and perfect, continuous. This has the same simple, continuous, perfect, continuous. Right. Okay, I hope my letters are clear. Okay. Right. So, as I told you, aspects in the present, okay, in the present tense does not change. However, it becomes into past, okay, changes into past. So what you have to do is remember this word present is just changed into past when you change. Okay. So if the direct speech sentence or the statement or the question is in one of them, okay, the indirect or the reported statement or the question has to be in the past. Okay, if it's present simple, it has to be past simple. Present continuous, past continuous. Okay, so only the word present changes into past. Okay. Okay. So present simple to past simple, present continuous to past continuous, present perfect to past perfect, and present perfect continuous to past perfect continuous. So the aspects which are simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous does not change. However, this present changes into past because I told you have to backshift one by one tense. Okay. Right. So you don't have to, stress out about that. It's very easy. All the presents has to be changed into pasts. Okay. So what about the pasts? You have to change them into past as well. How do you do that? Okay. So past simple. Past simple, when gone further backwards, it becomes past perfect. Past perfect. And then past continuous becomes past perfect continuous. Okay, so past simple, it has gone further backwards and become past perfect, and past continuous has become past perfect continuous. All right. Now what is left? Past perfect and past perfect continuous. Do you have anything that, like, is there any chance that you can go even further backwards? Okay. It's lagging. Is it lagging? It's never been lagging this much if it is actually. Okay. No, not lagging. Right. Okay. So past perfect cannot, you cannot go even further. You cannot go even further, so you don't change the tense. Okay, that's a good news. Right? You don't change, not changing. So past perfect is past perfect itself. And past perfect continuous is past perfect continuous itself. Okay, so they don't change. Okay, right. So these don't change. What about future? Okay, we know that future will always have the will. Okay, the will word. Okay, this will word has to change into the word would. This is the only thing that we do. Only change for future. Okay, all of the wills becomes words. Will becomes word. The rest of the sentence, no changes. No change in aspects. Only the word will becomes word. Okay, right? So that's it. All of the wills become word. Okay. You will have it in the tune, so you don't have to take screenshots or anything. Okay. So all of the wills, they'll turn into, or they'll convert themselves into would. Okay. That's it. Okay. Nothing else, right? So all of the presents, they change into pasts. What about the pasts? They have to go even further behind. Okay. So past simple becomes past perfect, past continuous becomes past perfect continuous, and then the rest of the two, they don't change because you cannot change. And then we have the future, which is everything is going to have will, and this will is going to be replaced with the word would when the tude. I wrote a number in the board before. If somebody could share, I don't know if somebody could share. I didn't get you, Azha. Can you please let me know what you told? It's not clear. All right, you will definitely get the tude by today. Okay, after the class, however. Yeah, I mean the number, if you could share to to everyone, the number. Yeah, it would be nice if you could share. So it's 07796399434. Okay. 07796399434. Okay. Okay, everyone isn't available. Okay, where can I write it? Write it here. This is it. Okay. Right. So this is the most important part, the one that we learned now. Okay. So the rest of them, it's easy. Changing pronouns, and then what else? The reporting verb and the that clause. That's it. And then we have something else as well. Okay. That is the time expressions with reported speech. Time expressions with reported speech, which means we know some words like now, today, yesterday, last night, last week, tomorrow. Okay. Here, this. These are some words that will change when you change from direct to indirect. Okay, as I told you, it's past. When you're reporting something, it's past. It's something that the one that you're reporting is something that happened maybe a few seconds ago, few days ago, few weeks ago. Okay, so you're reporting something that happened in the past, so you cannot use the word now. Okay, you cannot use the word today. Okay, you cannot use the word last night when you're reporting. Okay, yes. So right, so I'll write them down. Give me a second. And yes, before that, I forgot to mention. Okay, so there could be sentences where you want, like you will have these words like would without will. You have would already, and you might have can, could, shall, modal verbs. You will get modal verbs sometimes. Might, must, what else? Should. Okay, so you might have these words as well in your direct speech. And when you have to change into reported or indirect speech, you have to change them as well. For some, they don't change. Okay, so would doesn't change. Okay, it's the same. Can to could doesn't change. Shall, we know shall is something like will, shall. Okay, goes together. So just like will changes into would, shall changes into would. Might doesn't change. Should doesn't change. And then what about must? Doesn't change. Okay, so must, would, can, could, shall, might, should are some words that you might get, and when you have to change, the only ones that you have to change is can to could. Okay, so others don't change. Can to could, and then shall to would. Everything else does not change. Okay, so keep in mind can to could, shall to would. Just like will to would, shall to would, can to could. Okay, so all of the other modal verbs, they don't change. Okay. Okay, going back to the time expressions that I talked about. Okay. Now, today, yesterday, last night, last week, tomorrow, here, yeah, here, this. Okay, so these words could be, there in direct speech. However, when you change it into indirect reported speech, now becomes then or that time. Now becomes then or that time. Today becomes that day. Yesterday becomes the previous day. Last night, it could be the night before, or it could be the previous night. Last week, the previous week. Tomorrow, the following day. Okay? And then we have here becomes there. This becomes that. Okay? So now becomes then or that time. Okay. Today becomes that day. Yesterday becomes the previous day, or the day before could be, but this is most, this is the best one. Okay. Don't go with the day before. Last night could be the previous night. Last week, the previous week. Tomorrow, the following day. Okay. And then here becomes there. This becomes that. Right? Okay. So if you know all of this, there's nothing difficult in reported speech. Okay. Right. Okay. I will go one by one. Wait. Okay, I'll go one by one with the tense change. Okay. Now you can remember the presents, they change into the pasts, and the pasts, they shift backwards. Okay. And then the future, which has will in it, becomes would. Okay. Would instead of will. Okay. In reported speech. Right. So let's go with the first one. Let's go with present. Simple. Okay. So I have this example. I want to buy a car. I want to buy a car. Okay. So this, okay, let's say this is said by Lucy. Okay. Lucy. Okay. Lucy said, reporting verb, then the that flows, said that I becomes she want. This is in present simple. Okay. So it has to become past simple. Okay. She want becomes wanted. Wanted, and the rest of the sentence. To buy a car. Okay. So Lucy said that I becomes she, want becomes wanted to buy a car. The rest of the sentence. Okay. So this is it. This is the reported statement. Okay. Very simple, right? Okay. Okay. Then we have the present continuous. Okay. I am doing my homework now. I am doing my homework now. So this is present simple. Okay, we know present continuous, right? Present continuous is changed into past continuous. Okay. So I am doing my homework now becomes Lucy said that. Okay, they said that doesn't change, it's very much constant. Okay, that I becomes she am doing. What is the be verb for past? Am is the be verb of present. So be verb for past is was, right? She was doing my becomes her homework now becomes that time or then. right? So this, the reporting verb, and then the that clause, we have it. And then this change of pronouns, I into she, and this Lucy, and then her. This is also change of pronouns and time. That time, oh, then is by changing the word now. Okay, now becomes that time, oh, then. Okay, and pronouns have been changed, and was doing makes it the past continuous. Okay, so past B verb is was, right? You know that. Like I told you, if you know the tenses, it's very simple. Okay. Okay. Right. Going with the present perfect. I have lived here for 3 years. I have lived here for 3 years. Okay, let me tell this now. Have sentences that are perfect all of the time. Okay, so this have is always perfect. Okay, the perfect tense, present perfect tense. And when you have to change it to past perfect, the have becomes had. We know that, right? So have definitely has to become had. Okay, wherever you see a have, you have to make it to had. Okay, so if it's the helping verb here. Okay, right. So let's say Lucy said that, okay, she had lived. Here becomes there for 3 years. Okay, so all of these are constant. Said that, here becomes there. She had lived. Okay, I has changed into she. Okay, changing of pronouns according to the gender, and then have has been had lived, which is present perfect into past perfect. Okay, it's the very same thing with present perfect continuous to past perfect continuous. So the example I'll just tell you an example. I have been doing my homework. I have been doing my homework is present perfect continuous. However, when you change it to reported speech, it has to be, Lucy said that she, not have been doing, had been doing. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know who's that. Oh, well, yeah, had been doing her homework. Okay, so has to change into hads. Okay, right. Okay, let's go with past simple. Okay, past simple. I washed I ate rice. I ate rice. This is past simple, right? So when you have to convert it into reported speech, it has to be past simple into past perfect. She said, or Lucy said, that I becomes she ate is changed into past perfect had eaten. Perfects will always have the verb in its third verb form, which is the past participle. So ate is into eaten and the had is added. Okay. She said that she had eaten rice. Okay, she said that she had eaten rice. Okay, yes. So it's very easy. It has to become had eaten. Okay, changing of pronouns, this, and then changing of the tenses into past simple, sorry, into past perfect from past simple. Okay. I hope I'm not fast. I'm not fast, right? Right. Okay. Going to past continuous. Okay. Past continuous. I was preparing dinner yesterday. Okay. Right? I was preparing dinner yesterday. Can be changed into she said that constant was preparing is the past continuous. However, the past perfect continuous had been preparing. Had been preparing dinner yesterday becomes the previous day. Okay, she said that, sorry, she had been preparing dinner the previous day. Okay, very, very, very simple. Then we have the two other which does not change its tense. What is it? The past perfect and the past perfect continuous doesn't change, right? Let's take past perfect continuous. Okay, this does not change its tense. I had been let's say eating. I had been eating. Okay, I had been eating changes into Lucy said, reporting verb, and then that clause, that I becomes she had been eating. Does it change? No. She had been eating. Does not change. Okay. So it's the same way. If it's a past perfect, that also does not change. For example, I had finished cooking. She said that she had finished cooking. It's the very same thing. Okay. Right. Okay. Now I told you that we have all of the future. Okay. All of the future aspects. Okay. All of the future four aspects. They don't change. Yes, they change only the will. Okay. Only the will changes into okay. The will changes into would. Will changes into would. I'll just give you one example so we can finish there. Let's take future. What is it? Let's take future continuous. Okay, future continuous. Okay, I will be going to the gym tomorrow. I will be going to the gym tomorrow. Okay. Yes. So I will be going to the gym tomorrow. This will changes into would. Okay, that's the only change. So she said that I becomes she, will becomes would, she would be going to the gym tomorrow becomes the next day. Okay, or the following day, the next day or the following day, whatever. So the only change, right? So the only change is will changing into would, pronoun change, said that, everything is there. However, the tense change, you only have this will changing into its would. Okay, and then be aware, like be cautious about the time expressions or places like tomorrow, it has to be the next day or the following day. Past continuous and the past perfect. So the past continuous, it changes into past perfect continuous. So the example that I already gave you is, I was preparing dinner yesterday becomes, she said that she had been preparing. Was preparing is the past continuous, so it becomes past perfect continuous. So had been preparing. Was preparing to had been preparing. So if it is already in past perfect or already in past continuous, then it does not change. Like an example, I had finished cooking. She said that she had finished cooking. It's the same, does not change. And then the past perfect continuous, I had been doing my homework. Lucy said that she had been doing her homework. Had been doing, does not change. Okay, hope it's clear. Right, so let's do some questions. From past paper question. I'll just do one or two. Right. Yes. So this is a past paper question. I'm taking extracting one or two, or three questions. Okay. Right. So this is from the 2019 OL paper. It's a test 10. Okay. Right. We have this question. It is the best movie I have ever seen. Okay? It is the best movie I have ever seen. You have to change this sentence into reported speech. Okay? So how do we do that? Okay. This was sent by Hassan. Okay? Right. So taking the name Hassan, Hassan said that, very much constant. Hassan said that it. Okay? It, that, okay, yeah, you can say it as well. Okay? Does not change. Hassan said that it is the best movie. Is the best movie. So is the present B verb, right? So what's the past B verb? Was. Okay. Hassan said that it was the best movie. Okay. I becomes he is a male. Okay. So it's he, the best movie he have ever seen. Have ever seen. So have ever seen is in. What is it in? Can somebody tell me? Anybody? Comment to the chat. Yes. I have ever seen. Right. I have ever seen. What is the tense of this? Have ever seen. Have ever seen. What is the tense? Yes, the answers are right. The answers are right. Hanzifa Azha. Yeah. In which tense is it? That's my question. Yes, present perfect. Abdullah Ahmed Akil. Yes, present perfect. Azga, yes. So, present perfect, it has to change into past perfect. And we know this have changes into had when you make it to past. Okay? So, the best movie he had ever seen. He had ever seen. Hassan said that it was the best movie he, not I, he, not have ever seen, it becomes had ever seen. Okay? Yes. Right. Okay. And then let's go with another question as well. Okay. Naveen says, I'm glad that I saw it. I'm glad that I saw it. Okay. So how do we report this? Naveen said that I am glad that I saw it. Can somebody tell me in which tense is I am glad in? I am glad. I am glad. Yes. I am glad. Present simple. Exactly. Present simple. So this has to become past simple. How do you do that? Naveen said that I am is the be verb, which is present be verb. Okay. And was over past be verb. However, do we have to use was or do we have to use were? Naveen is one person. So yes, not were, was, right? Naveen said that he. I becomes he, changing of pronouns, and then that he was glad that, again we have that, I saw it. How can you end it? How can you end the sentence? Naveen said that he was glad that I becomes he saw it. Saw it. So is already in past simple. He saw it. So past.
Hey there, Miss. Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So the pupils want to know how to join your classes, Miss. So that's the reason I'm here.
Okay.
All right. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Miss Adhika's assistant. I'm here to teach you guys how to join her classes through Isaac.com. Let me start by sharing our screen and taking you to Isaac.com. So if you guys are wondering what we're doing here, we're trying to revolutionize online education, give it a reboot, and enhance the quality of overall teaching through online, okay? So if you guys want to join Ms. Adhika's class, and if you guys want to show us some love, support us, you guys can do that by joining our sessions. So if you go into Isaac.com like this, give me a moment. You can join using this join option here on the top, right? It'll take you guys like 5 minutes to join Isaac.com, fill in your details, kind of basic. And once you have created an account in Isaac.com, you've got to log in. And when you log in, use the credentials that you have gotten after joining Isaac.com. Let me log in using one of my student accounts and show you guys how it's done. Once you log into Isaac.com, you're going to see something like a whiteboard, a notice board on the screen. Ignore that and head towards the left console here. And once you go into the left console, you guys are going to see all classes, the option all classes. And under that, you guys have to select live classes. And that is how you guys are going to reach out to the cards. That's how you guys are going to join Ms. Adhika's classes. The moment you click into all classes and live classes, you're going to see all of the available cards or slots of the teachers. It might be overwhelming because a lot of slots are available here in Isaac.com. As you can see, some of the slots are Ms. Adhika's, some are Riasa's, and some belong to this guy called Javed. I don't know who he is, but then you have to look for her account, look for her services, her classes, using the drop-down filter here on the top. You can select your category, which is O-level, obviously. And then you guys can select the educator like this. And you are going to find Ms. Adhika's classes here under all classes and live classes. So follow the steps that I showed you. Obviously, if you want, you can select the subject also, the subject being English language, and you can select your grade. However, that's not necessary. If you select your category and you select the educator here, you're going to find all of the available slots of the educator. So Ms. Adhika teaches on 2 days per week. One is on Wednesdays and the other day is Thursdays. So on Wednesday, we have the language class where Ms. Adhika teaches you grammar and vocabulary. And apart from that, again, this is not for Sinhala medium or Tamil medium. This is exclusively for English medium. We are trying to enhance the quality of language with the pupils who learn in English medium, because Isaac.com is quite famous for English medium. So apart from joining Ms. Adhika's language class where grammar and vocabulary is taught, you guys can also join a pro writing class that Ms. Adhika has, and that is on, I believe, that is on Thursdays. And on Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., the class is conducted. However, I know that the classes might, there are 2 classes and it might be sometimes kind of expensive for you guys. So in that case, if you want to join both of these classes, you have the option to join the English language VIP slot. So if you join the VIP slot right here, the gold color slot on the left, you guys can join both of these classes for free. So hope that makes sense. Okay, both of these classes are packaged under this VIP slot. So once again, if you guys log into Isaac.com, create an account before that, log into Isaac.com, and then you guys can look under all classes and live classes. And under live classes, look for Ms. Adhika slots. And if you want to join her classes, you have to click on one of these 3 slots. I recommend joining the VIP slot so you guys can get a properly rendered idea of the subject. You guys can get a well-planned and a well-executed version of Ms. Adhika's teaching. So click on pay now. And then you have the option to watch the March recordings or proceed to pay for April. We recommend you joining the April classes because I believe that the pupils in this meeting are either from the 2023, 2024, or then 2022 batch. It doesn't matter what batch you are from. This class and this what you call the VIP package will be beneficial for all of the badges. Okay, you guys have three options to pay. One, you can deposit or transfer. In the sense, you can get our bank details through isaac.com, deposit it into our bank account and upload the slip, or you can directly pay online using this option right here, the last option, and you can pay using any bank card that you guys have, and it makes your overall educational experience a lot more easier. So hopefully you guys will join Miss Artika's classes. Thanks again for your time, by the way. Miss Artika, you can continue your session.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. Okay. So from where we start, okay. I see. Navin says, yes, Navin says, I'm glad that I saw it, becomes Navin said that, okay, constant, he, I becomes he, was glad, okay, glad is in present simple, becomes past simple, was glad that he, again, I becomes he, so it is in past simple, right? So past simple shifted backwards further becomes past perfect. So that he, so it becomes he had seen it. Navin said that he was glad that he had seen it. Okay. Oh, is it lagging? Somebody please quickly tell me if it's lagging. Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Naila. Right. So Navin said that he was glad that he had seen it and not he saw it. He had seen it. Why? So it is already in past simple. So past simple has to become past perfect. So because of that, it is he had seen it. Okay. So there are two changes in here. Two places where you have to change tenses. Right? Here, was glad and had seen. Right? Yes. It's definitely very tricky because it's a question from your, I guess, 2019. Yes. OL paper. Right? Okay. Let's go with one more question. Then we will go with reported questions. Okay. We're talking about reported statements and not questions, right? So yes, we'll go with reported questions. But before that, let's do one more question. Where is it? I'll take one question from 2017. Test 12. Okay. Right. So let me take. Okay. I can't remember a better show. This is said by a singer. Okay. This is said by a singer. I can't remember a better show. Okay. Is the screen clear or is it blurry? Because somebody told me. Somebody, please let me know. clear. You have to check with your connection, dear. Okay. Right. So I can't remember a better shoe. So I talked about can changing into could. So keep this in mind as well. Okay. Shall into could. Okay. So we have a singer has told I can't remember a better shoe. Okay. So we say blue. A singer said that I becomes, let's say, he or she is given as he in your paper. The singer said that he can't. Okay, let's tell can. Okay, if it's can, it has to be could. So can't, couldn't. That he couldn't remember a better show. He couldn't remember a better show. Very simple, right? So can becomes could. Can't becomes couldn't. That's it. Nothing else to change in there. Right? Okay. Yes. Okay. So that's enough of questions that we did. Now going to the reported questions. So we talked about reported statements. Okay. So we're going to talk about reported questions. So definitely you're going to get a mix of both statements and questions if you ever get one. Okay. For your exam. Right. So the first thing that you have to know about reported questions, however, we have to know about questions. Okay, just direct speech questions. There are two types of questions. One is the WH question. WH questions, where those questions would start with WH, like words with what, why, when, where. Okay, so the WH. What, when, why, where. So the WH, we call it WH question. So this is one type of question. And then the other type of question is yes or no. Yes or no question. What is a yes or no question? Yes, cool. Yes. Okay, so what is a yes or no question? Yes or no questions are questions where you get answers for them as a yes or a no. Okay, for an example, somebody asks you, do you like ice cream? And she has to say yes or no. She can definitely add up into her sentence by saying, yes, I like ice cream, but not all flavors. I like chocolate ice cream. Okay, it could be like that, right? But however, this is a yes or no question. Okay, so she could say yes or she could say no, right? So that is a yes or no question where your answer for this question would be a yes or a no. So the two types are WH and yes or no questions. So there are different, structures when you have to convert from direct to indirect. Okay. So first we're going to go with the WH question. Okay. And remember, there are few changes that we will have to make. I told you in the beginning, the reporting verb for questions would definitely be not said, but asked. Okay, not said, it has to be asked. Okay, so this is one thing, right? And the other change is you're not going to have the word that. The that clause is omitted. Take that away. Take that from your head. But you have to do questions only. Okay, yes. So like I said, the tense change, it's the same. Pronoun change, it's the same. Time expressions when you have to change Okay, you have to change them. However, the word that, the that clause is taken out, and then, something like if. The word if is introduced in your yes or no questions. Okay, only in your yes or no questions, the word if is introduced. You have to include that word. However, not in the WH question. Okay, let's go with one question. I will tell you how it's done. Where do you live? So this is a direct question, direct speech question. Okay. Let's tell Lucy said this. Okay, so how do we change this? Lucy, then the reporting verb asked. Lucy asked. There's no that clause in here. So Lucy asked that. No, nothing like that. Okay. Lucy asked, where do you live? This word where is in here. Keep it just as it is. However, we know when we have to make a normal positive sentence or a normal negative sentence into a question, when we need to make a normal positive sentence or a normal negative sentence, which is a statement, into a question, we add this word do in present. Okay, when it is present tense and we need to make it a question, to add this do. Okay, right? So here, what we have to do is cut that down. Cut the do. Okay, because that makes this a question. However, one thing that you have to remember is when you convert these direct speech questions into indirect speech, it has to be changed into a statement again. It cannot be a question anymore. So remember, when you change direct speech questions into reported or indirect speech, you have to make it a statement and not a question. Okay, it cannot be a question anymore. It has to become a statement, right? Yes. So we cut this word, which makes this sentence a question, because we have to make it to a statement back again, right? So it's not a question anymore, because you're reporting something. You're reporting a question that was asked from you. However, you're not asking the same question from the other person, but you're going to tell that so and so asked me like this. Okay, she asked me that. Okay, so you're reporting as a statement and not as a question, right? So you cut down this word, which makes this sentence a question, because you have to make it to a statement. So you say, Lucy asked where, this is going, let's say you live, you has to be changed into I, change of pronouns, I, and live. Live is in its present simple. Present simple has to be changed into past simple. So it has to be where I lived. That's the past simple of live, right? Yes. Lucy asked where I lived. Okay. So normally here you would add this. Lucy asked me. No, Lucy asked her. Okay, something like that. They might give it to you. Okay. Yes. So this is how you convert a WH question. However, there is another type of WH question where you will be getting it with only a be verb. Okay, only a be verb. Example, where is Julie? Where is Julie? So here, how do you identify the tense? By the be verb. What's a be verb here? Is in present. So what's the past be verb? Was or were, right? Know that. So first thing that we have to do is tell, let's say Lucy, it has to be asked and not said. Asked, this is in here. And so Lucy asked me, where is Julie? Okay, so in a sentence like this, where you have only a be verb, what do? You change places. Okay, you change places of Julie and is. Okay, you put it in here and you put this to the other side, right? So you change the what is it? You change the position of the subject and the verb. So what's the subject? Julie. Is the verb, which is the be verb, right? So you change positions or places of both of them. Okay. So Lucy asked me where Julie is has to become. So this is present. What is it? It's present, and it has to become past. So the past be verb is was. Lucy asked me where Julie was. So this structure is only for sentences where you have only a be verb and not a verb, right? Yeah. Okay. So Lucy asked me where, changing positions, Julie is has to become was because you make it your past, right? Okay. So this is present simple, it becomes past simple. So these are the two types of WH question. Okay. One with a verb, one with only a be verb. So yes. One with the verb, you have to omit the do, does, did, okay? Those words, which makes it a question. And in here, you have to know to change the be verb into the past. Okay, backshifting by one tense, right? And changing positions of the subject and the be verb. Okay, however, there are some other examples like a direct question, I'll say. Where is the post office, please? Okay, question mark. Where is the post office, please? So she asked me where, okay, is comes to the end of it, and where the post office was, is becomes was. Okay, where is the post office, please? She asked me where the post office was. Okay, changing positions. And there's another one. What are you doing? Okay, she asked me what are you doing becomes I was doing. Okay, into past. Are is present, was is the past, right? Who was that fantastic man? She asked me who that fantastic man. Okay, it's already in was. Okay, let's take that example. Who was that fantastic man? Who was that fantastic man? So this is a question, and it's already having this verb was. It's already in past. We have to make it. This is past simple, so we make it to the past perfect, right? Past simple. So past perfect. Who was that fantastic man? She asked me who, okay, was becomes, okay, first you write that fantastic man, changing positions. Man was has to come to the end of it. However, was is the past simple, it has to become past perfect. So what do? That fantastic man had been. Past perfect of was is had been. Right? Give me a second. Right. Okay. So going to the yes or no questions. Okay, we're going to the yes or no questions. Right. So I told you we have to know that the if clause, okay? The if clause has to be added in here. You have to know this very well, okay? So only for yes or no questions, not for WH questions. Only for yes or no questions, you have to have the word if, okay? The if clause added in, right? So let me take you to an example. Do you like chocolate? Do you like chocolate? So somebody can answer as yes, and another can answer as no. Okay. However, how do we report this? Okay. Is the same reporting verb asked because it's a question. She asked me. Okay. She asked me, do you like chocolate? Do. The word do is changed into if. This is changed into this. If. Okay. If. You has to become I. Change your pronouns. She asked me if I so like in which tense is this? In present simple. So it has to become into past. Oh, okay. So do you like chocolate? She asked me. Do has to be changed into if. She yes, Fatima. You can use the word whether, however, if is the standard because that's how it's in your book. And yeah, whether is definitely a word you can use instead of if. However, it's good if you can use the word if for your exam. Okay, not in real life I'm talking about for your exam. Okay, right. So she asked me if I like chocolate. Like is in present simple, so you have to change it to past simple. So it has to be not like in the past simple. It has to be like. Okay, she asked me if. Do has to be changed into if. If I liked, I is changed from you to I, changing of pronouns. Like to liked. Okay, chocolate. And you can see this is a statement and not a question anymore. She asked me if I liked chocolate. Okay, it's not a question anymore, right? So that has to be something that you have to always be cautious about. You're not making it to a question again. You have to make it to a statement. Right. Okay. So that's all about questions, reported questions. So yeah, I'll give you one example. Let's see. Okay, another example. Okay. Are you living here? Okay. Yes or no, right? So she asked me, are you? So because of that, I put it as me. Okay. She asked me, changing pronouns, adding the word if. She asked me if I, okay, living here. Living here. This is, what is it? It is in present continuous, right? Are you living here? It's present continuous. Like, are you still living here? Okay, so you have to make it to past continuous. So how do you do that? She asked me if I are is the be verb here. Even though it is in the beginning, why is it in the beginning? Because it's a question. So the be verb is in the beginning. Okay, are is a present be verb, present continuous be verb, right? Okay, so how do you make it to past continuous? By making it was. So was is the past continuous be verb. Okay, she asked me if I was living. Here becomes there. She asked me if I was living there. She asked me if you was. No, it has to be I was. Change of pronoun. I was living. Okay, was living is past. Okay, was living. Here becomes there, right? Right. Now for examples, let's go to what is it? The past paper question. Not one, but let's do about 3 and end it. Note here, it can't be am living because always you have to change it into past. Understood? Yes. Am living is present, so present has to be changed into past. Okay. So am becomes was. Are becomes was. Right? Nice. Okay. One second. Give me a second. All right. Okay. So let's do a question from 2019 Oval paper. Right. Right. What is the name of the main actress? What is the name of the main actress? This is asked by Naveen. And they've already given you half of that. Naveen wanted to know. This is how they have given you in your paper. And then to fill in the rest. Naveen wanted to know. So if it was not given in here, like wanted to know, you have to definitely have as Naveen asked, right? Naveen asked. However, as given. Naveen wanted to know what is the name of the main actress. So here, there is no verb. There is a be verb, however. So what I told you was you have to change places of the be verb and the rest of the sentence subject. Okay. So Naveen wanted to know, keep this, what the name, what the name of the actress is, becomes, was when changed into past, right? I have to put that in here. Becomes past. Was, okay? It becomes was. Naveen wanted to know what. Give me a second. Yes. Naveen wanted to know what the name of the main actress was. Okay. Yes. It's a very confusing sentence, however. Yeah. Let me recheck, however. Give me a second. Okay, you can even have it like Naveen wanted to know. Yeah, you can take it like this. Naveen wanted to know what the name of the main actress was. Okay. Yeah. Right. And then, yes. Another question from the same 2019 oval paper is, yeah. Hassan says, Ravi, did you like the ending? Did you like the ending? So did shows that this is in past already. Okay? It shows it. So how do we write it? Hassan. Yes. Hassan asked Ravi. So now here, this is a yes or no question. Okay. So Hassan asked Ravi, Ravi, did you like the ending? So this is a yes or no question. So because of that, we have to include the word if. Okay, the if clause has to be included definitely. So instead of did, you go with if. Okay, instead of did, you go with if. If Hassan asked Ravi if you becomes he, because he's a male. So if he liked the ending, like the ending, like the ending. Okay. So here, now, if it was do you like the ending, then you can say person asked Ravi if he likes the ending. However, we can see that did. Okay, here this did is already in past, which means it's past simple. Okay, past simple. So it has to be changed into what? Past perfect, right? So Hassan asked Ravi if he Like the ending has to be past perfect. If he had liked, not just liked. Just because this like is in here, it does not mean this is present simple. It is past simple. So past simple has to be changed into past perfect. So here, and we know it is past because it's did in here. Did is always past. Okay? Yes. So had liked and not liked. If he had liked the ending, had liked. Present simple, past simple to past perfect. Okay, let's go with one more. Okay, so it is from 2016 OL. However, it is not just sentences, it is a whole paragraph that they have given as a gap fill question. Let's just take one sentence out of it and do question sentence. There's all our questions in there. Okay. Father, let's not take that. Let's take mother says, okay, 2016. Mother says, son, will you tell us all about the trip? Son, will you tell all about the trip? Okay, so this is a question, and in the paragraph it is given as mother asked me. They have given whether and not if, so you can use if the weather was not given in there, if or whether. However, go with this word. Mother asked me if or whether you becomes I. Okay. So now here, will you tell all about the trip? Is it a WH or is it yes or no? It's a yes or no, and that's why you have mentioned about this clause, if clause or the weather. Okay. So mother asked me if I, now this will is changed into, I told you, would. If I would tell all about the trip. Okay. Okay. So here there is something like this. Son, will you tell us all about the trip? So us becomes them. Us becomes them, right? Changing of pronouns once again. Mother asked me whether or if I would tell them. Us becomes them all about the trip. And now it's not a question anymore, it's a sentence, it's a statement, right? Okay. So I have attached all of those, the past paper questions from 2006. You've got separate reported speech questions in 2016, 17, and 19 up to now. Okay, so yes, you can expect one this time as well. However, now as we are done, there's no doubt. I hope there's no doubt. So if there's any doubt, you can ask me. We have just 5 minutes. Okay. I do remember you. Yes, Nabila. Okay. So yes, if you have any doubts, you can just ask me right now. We have just like 5 minutes to end the session. Hope it is clear. And it will definitely be there on YouTube as well. So yeah, you can refer to it again if you want. So was the lesson clear? So reported speech has to be like, easy peasy for you now, by now. Okay. Please let me know if it was clear. If you have questions or doubts, you can ask now. I'll give you like 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay. Give me a moment. Yes, Nahda. You're right. You're right. You're right. I checked it and yes, it's right. Yes. Okay. So I hope it was clear. And yes, do join my classes because it's not all the reported speech in your whole syllabus, right? So yes. Okay. So and yeah, all the best for your exams. And we will have more seminars next month when the exams are very close. It's already close. Okay. Yes, all the best in advance. However, we'll meet again with another seminar. Yeah, inshallah. Yes, okay. So thank you for being here. Yes, thank you. Okay. So let's meet up again in my class. Okay. Okay. Good night. Okay. God bless you. Allah bless you. Okay. Take care. Take care. And yes, does somebody need the number to get the tute again? Anybody needs the number? Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Have a nice day, you too. Okay. Does anybody need the number? Again, it's 077 9434. Okay. Yes. Right. You can get the tute and definitely refer to the recording, not the recording. It's on YouTube, right? Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah, later. Right. Okay. Then have a good night. Okay. And in advance, all the best for your exams. And yes, study well. Okay. Take care. Bye.